In my last video, I shared the disturbing fact that most small businesses fail. Too often, when the owner simply has had enough or can't work anymore, they walk away with very little to show for the sacrifice. They have not built equity, they can't sell their business for much, if anything. But here's the extraordinary thing. It doesn't have to be that way. Most businesses are repeating the same mistakes, and they really don't have to. There is help available which will make a big difference. Have a think about what is happening in your business right now. Is there enough profit? Are you making enough for it to be worthwhile? Maybe right now you're even going backwards. Can you pay your bills on time? Are there enough sales? Enough new business coming in? Is there cheap competition moving into your market, eroding profit margins? Are you getting what you want from your staff, or are they frustrating you? And what about the effect on you? Stress, worry, anxiety. Are you waking up at 3 a.m? Do you feel confident in your business's direction, or do you suffer from self-doubt? Do you worry about what you don't know? For example, I bet you wish you knew 2 years ago what you know today, right? Well, let me ask you this. What don't you know right now that you're going to wish you had known in a couple of years? I don't mean things like the economy or next week's lottery numbers. No one is ever going to know those things. I mean the many things that could have been known. Business skills and mindsets, blind spots that you have, good ideas that you haven't had yet. I'm here to tell you that there are solutions to all of this. There are things you can do to tip the balance in your favor on all of these issues. But most business owners don't know about them. For the businesses who are suffering some or all of this, what we see is business owners reacting to these issues by working harder, driven by the myth that hard work solves everything. Hard work is necessary, but not sufficient. We see business owners making themselves more expert at what the business does in the hope that that will make the difference. But all it does is exhaust the owner, fogging decision-making and making all problems worse. We see business owners thinking that the problems they are having in their businesses are particular to their businesses or to their industry. They think everyone else is not having these problems. They're usually very surprised to find that most other businesses, if not all, are having exactly the same issues at some time or another, no matter what the business does. Most people don't know enough other business owners or have an intimate enough relationship to discover this. Too often, they see the failures in their businesses as bad luck, when in fact they are often uninformed, poor decision making. Now, seeing all of your setbacks as bad luck might be good for your self-esteem, but not so good for business. Or they blame their staff, put it down to bad hire. We got the wrong person. Look, sometimes it is, but more often it's a failure of leadership on the part of the business owner. After enough setbacks, business owners can even end up in a state psychologists call learned helplessness. Without being fully aware they're doing this, they start to accept their condition as normal because so much of what they've tried to do hasn't worked. All of these effects reinforce a downward spiral, resulting in business failure. So what is the root cause of this destructive spiral? It's been known for a long time, but not widely known, and here it is. In very simple terms, it takes 4 people to run a business. 1 to make the widgets. Widgets represents whatever the business sells or does, from t-shirts to brain surgery. Another to sell the widgets. Sales and marketing is a very different type of mindset and a massive mindset. another to keep score. And I don't just mean keeping the books and accounts, but measuring everything in the business. You can't measure what you don't, can't manage what you don't measure. And finally, a boss, someone to lead people to achieve something. The vast majority of businesses are started by the widget maker. They could be a very skilled widget maker, like a cardiac surgeon, or less so, but a widget maker nonetheless. This widget maker is blissfully unaware when they start the business that 3 people are missing. They're also unaware of the magnitude of the knowledge base, the skill set of the other people, and their importance to the widget maker's business. We know that the more ignorant we are of a subject, the more expert we think we are in it. For example, we think, leadership? How hard can it be? Surely it's just common sense. But if we were to meet somebody who'd spent a lifetime studying and practicing it, they will tell you they still have much to learn. So does that mean we have to have all 4 people physically present in our, or represented in our business? Or live 4 lifetimes? No. But for where your business's development is at, there will be a level of leadership you need to know. And the same applies to the other 2 disciplines. You can consider these 3 business people business acumen, if you like. So there you are. The skills to make widgets are not the same as the skills required to run a business that makes widgets. Not knowing this is the root of why most businesses fail. What do we do about it? Well, I and the other designers of Wolfpack have identified 6 ingredients you need to maximize your success in business. Things beyond your own efforts and resources you need to run your business. Firstly, support. A problem shared is a problem halved. And to have people around you who are also business owners, who get you, who are living the same journey, is very powerful. Very few people have this because business owners are few and far between. And no one likes to share their difficulties for fear of frightening off customers and even staff. But imagine how amazing that support would be if you could get it. Secondly, business skills. Imagine what a difference it would make to your business if you were to know more about sales, marketing, financial modeling, and leadership. Just think how you might do things differently with more insight into your business's performance, or how to convert more leads to sales, or how to motivate and lead people better. Thirdly, mindsets. In some ways, mindsets are like skills, but I list them separately as business mindsets are more about attitudes and priorities that make for successful business. For example, an entrepreneur mindset knows that working on your business is more important than working in your business. Most people don't know this. They think that delivering that service or helping that client is the most important thing they can do. But they are allowing urgent to get in the way of important too often. Number 4 is what we call external visibility, a way around our blind spots. We can have all the skills in the world, but we often can't see things right in front of us. This is because we're emotionally involved in our businesses. We can't help it. We're human. And anyway, it's that passion that drives us to build something. The other causes of blind spots are the thinking errors we make. Psychologists have names for these, such as attribution bias, confirmation bias, the Dunning-Kruger effect, and so on. Other people can often see your blind spots with great clarity, as you can see theirs. So wouldn't it be great to have trusted people who can provide this external visibility, Ingredient number 5 is idea generation. Businesses need all the ideas they can get, especially in these changing and volatile times. You can't be expected to generate all of the ideas. Wouldn't it be great to have a source of new and wildly different ideas you would never have thought of? What sort of difference could any one good idea make to your future? And finally, number 6 is accountability. Now, this may sound a little odd to you. Most people want to run away from accountability. Why would you voluntarily want to be held to account? Well, here is why. It's the ingredient that makes things happen. All great leaders know that it is a key ingredient to leadership. If you want to achieve goals by leading people, the most powerful thing you can do is to hold them to account. So this begs the question, who holds you, the business owner, to account? Successful business leaders know that one of the most valuable ingredients they can bring to their leadership from an external resource is accountability. They want to be held to account for achieving their own goals. They know that this is the difference that makes the difference. So there we have them, the 6 external resources you need to make your business successful. Support, business skills, business mindsets, external visibility, idea generation, and accountability. Knowing this, the next question you might ask yourself is, where can I get these 6 ingredients? First, let's look at what's conventionally available. You could use friends to support you, help with ideas and external visibility. But how comfortable are you sharing your deepest fears and doubts with your social group? Only about 1.5% of people run a business employing more than 5 people. So the chances of having peer business owners in your social circle isn't big. Even if you were to use your friends, these people you trust with lots of good intention will urge you to take some decisions that just don't make business sense. This is a confusing, distressing experience, I can tell you. Most business owners I know simply don't discuss business with their friends. Their friends would love to help, but they simply don't understand business enough. I also found out that there are a lot of experts out there who may know a lot about their narrow subject, but they really don't know how it fits into a real business. Take lawyers and accountants, for example. Most don't know much about running a business, despite the fact that their considerable skills are an essential ingredient to business. So a lot of business advice you find out there is well-intentioned but critically lacking in scope and context, making it misleading at best. There are even business groups to offer support, but you will find they are often very sales-oriented. How much would you want to share with a prospective customer or referrer? They also lack the culture, the methods, and the discipline to be truly effective. They usually end up as a social group who provide camaraderie, but not much else. Clearly, these conventional resources have their limitations. And this is why we built Wolfpack. Wolfpack pulls together the very best the world has to offer businesses, and we selected the content and engineered the method of delivery specifically for small businesses. Before I tell you how Wolfpack works, I'd like to tell you just a little of my story. Many years ago, I built a business from nothing and grew it into a medium-sized organisation, which I sold as a going concern. But it took me 24 years. And I'll readily admit that I had my fair share of good luck. It may not have worked out quite so well. About halfway through my journey, I figured out that what was going wrong for me was what I didn't know I didn't know. So I began a process of trying to discover what there is to know and learn it. I found out that much of what is required to grow a business is as much about mindset and transforming myself as it is knowledge. I have been through the struggle of business, made a huge number of mistakes, most of them the usual ones, and made the personal transformations required to grow a business. After selling my business, I set about finding the best methods and techniques to help other people make the transformation with a lot less pain, time, and risk. You know, it's one thing to have the skills and mindsets, it's another thing to help someone else gain them. I have found these methods and I have seen them work repeatedly and spectacularly. Knowing this is what drives me. I'm driven by the conviction that the tragic waste and struggle that so many business owners suffer is largely avoidable. I am compelled to do something about this. Not only will it improve lives of business owners, it will improve the quality of life of their families, of the people who are employed by the businesses, and indeed improve whole economies with far-reaching consequences for our communities and society right around the world. I have no doubt about this. Wolfpack delivers to you, the business owner, a three-sided benefit. The sides are the profit you make from your business, the equity you build in your business, its sale value if you like, and the quality of your life. It's no use making more profit if it wears you down or takes you away from your family and the things that give you energy. If for no other reason, that the business will do much better if your life is in better balance. And most business owners want to build something that will survive them or can be sold at a profit. So how does Wolfpack do this? Firstly, there is the group, or the pack as we call it. This is a group of 8 to 10 completely unrelated, diverse people. They are not competitors or in any way related, but they are business owners and or leaders. Your first discovery will be that business is business. If you haven't compared notes with other business owners before, you will be amazed at how similar other business owners' problems are to your own, no matter what the industry. The good news, of course, is that the solutions to these challenges will work for you with generally only the smallest, if any, adaptation. Imagine being able to safely and confidentially present your issues, opportunities, challenges to a group of business owners from mostly completely different industries. Imagine the ideas, the inspiration and the insights you'll get back from those diverse business minds. They'll also challenge you in a supportive way, purely because that is what you'll do for them. And they recognize how valuable that is. Interestingly, when you are helping a fellow business, you learn as much, if not more, than the person you're helping. In fact, your participation in their business journey multiplies and accelerates your business experience. This group is not a talk fest. The meeting is highly structured and designed with a sophisticated understanding of how groups work best. Advanced structured methodologies are used to process members' challenges. The high-performance culture of the group, which is established during induction and maintained during meetings, is a critical success factor. Secondly, there is the coach, the group leader. Your coach is present at every meeting, as well as providing you with one-to-one time. Your coach will help you get clarity about where you want to get to and what might be holding you back. And thirdly, there is the knowledge. topics, tools, and ways of thinking that will transform the way you do business, designed for the owners of small to medium-sized businesses and selected for the areas we know will make the big difference to the businesses in the pack. The pack gives you support, external visibility, ideas, and holds you to account. The knowledge gives you the skills, and the coach reinforces all of these, as well as helping you gain a business mindset. Thus, your business is rounded out with the 6 ingredients for business success. So what does this look like in practical terms? Your Wolfpack meets once per week for just over an hour. We find that weekly meeting keeps up the inertia and the excitement. It also allows people who have to work in their business a lot of the time due to its small size to participate without being away from their business for too long. There is no travelling time to get to the meeting, no finding a park, and you can be almost anywhere in the world. Why? Because we use video conferencing. As long as you have an internet connection, a webcam and a headset, you can participate. We supply the platform. I was well and truly converted to the power of video conferencing when some years ago I was assigned a coach who was 3,000 kilometres away. I had my doubts at first, but quickly found it perfectly effective. When we finally met physically, we greeted each other like the warm friends we'd become, despite never having met physically. The only surprise for me was when we did meet, was discovering how tall he was. So why do we want to see each other as well as hear each other? Because when we can see each other, communication, particularly understanding, happens so much more effectively. You see instantly if someone is not getting you and can backtrack or further explain right away. When you can see someone, you not only understand what they are saying, you understand how they feel about it. But it's also a human thing. Relationships and trust develop faster, which benefits all. The Wolfpack video conferencing system is a professional grade system, not a Skype or a similar free system. You see all of your pack on the screen and they see you. We can all share documents and even update them while everybody watches. Because we use video conferencing, you can join a pack anywhere in the world. If you find a pack meeting at a time that suits you and in a language that you are proficient in, then you can join. Honestly, we have people from the most far-flung places now, and you really can't tell unless they point their webcam out the window and you find out that it's night where they are when it's your day, or it's snowing where they are while you're sweltering. So long as their local internet connection is good, the quality of the video and the audio is just the same. Even when you're traveling, it's not that hard to find the 1-hour video for the meeting when you can be near an internet connection. Our system works on almost any smart device from a smartphone upwards. Finally, when the meeting concludes, you are right back to work in seconds. You can't beat the efficiency of video conferencing. Given all this, does Wolfpack work? Wolfpack is leading-edge business thinking in today's fast-moving world, but already the results are telling. Have a look at our testimonials page, and when you read the comments there, have a think about how those people have been transformed, how they will never go back to their old way of thinking, and what that will mean to their long-term success. CEO peer mentoring groups I have been involved with for medium to large enterprises have been around for many years, and there has been plenty of time to measure effectiveness right around the world and under different economic conditions. The results are absolutely clear. Their businesses grow many times faster than their peers. So why do we call it Wolfpack? Well, a Wolfpack is a superb example of how collaboration can make all the difference. A lone wolf, in fact, struggles to survive and is in reality searching for a pack. In a pack, wolves can achieve things they could never do on their own, and they thrive. In your Wolfpack, you'll achieve far more in business than you will on your own. So there you have it. If you want to succeed in your business, you know what the real dangers are, you know what is at stake, and you now have a clear opportunity to stack the odds in your favour. The time and cash investments are designed for small to medium businesses. The time investment is about 6 hours per month spread throughout the month, and the cash investment is in the hundreds per month, not the thousands. If you're serious about building a business, this is easily the best investment you could make in your business and yourself. You know, it takes a few years to get a business built up to medium size. So just how many shots do you think you're going to get at this? What is the cost of not succeeding? Is there any better investment you can make than investing in yourself? Is there any better use of your life than learning, growing, and helping others succeed while they do the same for you? What will it mean to you to improve the lives of your family, your employees, and make a real difference to your local economy? Make contact and talk to us about your business. We will make every attempt to match you with a pack that is right for you. Remember, once a pack has a member who represents a business that does what your business does, that pack is closed to you while that potential competitor remains a member. Conversely, if you join first, of course, you keep them out. They say there are two great times to plant an oak tree. The first is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. If you could have joined a Wolfpack years ago, think how much better off you'd be now. So join now and accelerate your progress to where you want to be. Make contact. Let's meet by video or phone and talk about where you want your business to go and if Wolfpack is right for you. I'm Mark Jackson. Thank you for taking this journey with me, and I wish you all the very, very best.